Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Friday, August 31st, 2012, the last day of August. There will be no broadcast on Monday. It is a U.S. federal holiday. No broadcast on Monday. The Republicans have wrapped up in Tampa, Florida. Last evening, Mitt Romney gave his acceptance speech, accepting his party's presidential nomination. The most noteworthy part of the evening, apparently, was a 12-minute-long rambling ad-lib address by none other than Clint Eastwood, who interviewed an empty chair, apparently signifying President Obama. You should watch it on YouTube. It was slightly incoherent at best. Now to our news, Isaac is no longer a hurricane. It's a tropical storm, but it's wending its way to the northeast. In the United States, it's going to dump a lot of rain on areas that have been suffering from a long drought. However, it did cause some big problems down in Louisiana. New Orleans itself was pretty safe. The flood defenses that have been built at the cost of $14 billion by American taxpayers held out. However, what happened is that residents outside the city were inundated by floods. The water could not get into New Orleans because of the man-made defenses, but ended up rolling over low-lying areas outside the city. As of this moment, some 175,000 people remain without power. 901,000 homes in total are without power, I should say. According to the Lieutenant Governor of Louisiana, the floodwaters were shockingly fast rising. They caught everybody by surprise. One resident was frustrated that the U.S. government had spent billions reinforcing New Orleans flood defenses, and now he had water. He said the water's got to go somewhere. It's going to find the weakest link, and with the wind directions, we were ground zero. It's a very interesting situation. Insured losses for onshore properties hit by Isaac are expected to fall into the range of $700 million to $2 billion. This is according to the cat modeling firm Applied Insurance Research. That big merger that was announced yesterday between reinsurers is going to effectively create Bermuda's largest property and catastrophe reinsurer, which will be Validus Re. Ed Noonan's company, Validus Re, is going to merge or purchase Flagstone Re. The deal is structured as a merger. At the end of it, it's going to see existing Validus shareholders owning 88% of the new company. Flagstone shareholders will own the remaining 12%. The deal will value Flagstone at $623 million. U.S. reinsurers have bounced back from last year's disastrous first half underwriting performance, in which only 2 of them made a profit, to record an aggregating underwriting profit of $846 million in the first half of this year. However, the figure masks some disturbing results. 7 of the 19 companies included in the Reinsurance Association of America analysis recorded an underwriting loss for the first half. The biggest plus winner was Berkshire Hathaway's National Indemnity, which last year produced a eye-popping first-half underwriting loss of more than $1 billion. This year it recorded a underwriting profit of $287 million. So that was about a plus $1.3 billion swing. At the other end of the scale, Scores, the French reinsurer, their U.S. reinsurance operation, recorded an underwriting loss of $37 million, which was much worse than last year's $9 million loss. The death toll in China's worst mine accident in nearly 3 years has now risen to 41. This is as of today, 41 miners. 5 others are still trapped underground. This is at the Zhaojiwan mine in the southwestern province of Sichuan. Police have arrested the owners of the mine, and the province government has ordered a safety check on all coal mines and have pledged to shut down those with safety hazards. I would say that the horses are out of the barn. Meanwhile, in the Costa del Sol in southern Spain, a very popular vacation spot, there's a huge wildfire raging out of control. The fire broke out near the port city of Malaga late yesterday and raced westward, fanned by strong winds and high temperatures. 2 people suffered minor burns and thousands have been forced to evacuate. This is at the edge of the upmarket tourist resort of Marbella. In Frankfurt, Germany, earlier today, Lufthansa flight attendants walked off the job for 8 hours, causing cancellation of more than 200 flights at Germany's busiest airport. Lufthansa had to cancel 200 short and medium haul flights to and from Frankfurt, including routes across Europe, and it also had to cancel a number of long haul flights, such as to New York, Boston, Atlanta, Philadelphia, and Seattle. There was a magnitude 6.6 earthquake off the east coast of Greenland yesterday. There were no reports of any damage or injuries. The quake was centered about 266 miles east of a small city called Itak-Ortormit. It has only 500 people living in Itak-Ortormit, and the island of Greenland does not have a tradition of issuing tsunami warnings. The Meteorological Institute in Greenland said the quake could be felt in Norway, but that no one was injured. I would say that our experience of this is that it was rather undramatic. Ford Motor Company made an announcement yesterday at a newly opened plant in Rayong, Thailand. They said that their Focus small car is on track to become the best-selling car in the world this year, outstripping the Toyota Corolla. Ford has already sold about 490,000 Focus cars. That's about 27,000 more than the perennial bestseller, the Corolla. Last year at this time, Ford made the same announcement, hoping that they would be number one. However, Corolla came from behind and pulled through in the end, beating Ford's Focus. Interestingly, the Corolla is still the king in the United States, where it outsold the Ford Focus by nearly 28,000 in the first half of this year. So there will be no broadcast on Monday, September 3rd. It's a U.S. federal holiday, Labor Day in the United States. Have a very good weekend, and we will see you on Tuesday. Thank you for watching.